Hey there, YouTubers. Tom here from Tom's Test Kitchen, and I'm actually going to kill two birds with one stone here. I'm making something later on today that called for chili, and I didn't want to just use canned chili from the grocery store or whatever, because it's so easy to make your own chili. It takes no time at all, and it's far better. Plus, this is going to end up being dinner for tomorrow night. When I come home, I'll just heat it up and then we'll be able to eat. But I want to just show this real quick. This is real simple, nothing complicated. I've got a pound and a half of ground sirloin. I like using ground sirloin for chili because you don't have to drain the fat, because this is very, very lean. This is like a 91% lean. We've got a small or a medium-sized diced onion. We've got 2 rounded tablespoons of chili powder. This is one of my favorites. It's a New Mexico chili powder, and I just really like this. And there's a tip: if your grocery store has a bulk food section, my HEB has a bulk spices where you can buy all kinds of different spices in bulk. This pack was 70 cents. You can't beat that. I mean, they have like peppercorns. That's where I buy my black peppercorns, because you can buy a bag, as many as you need, whatever, and it costs a fraction of what you would pay, for a bottle or a jar of commercial. So anyway, I've got a half a teaspoon of cumin. I like a little bit more cumin in my chili. If you don't like cumin, don't put it in. A lot of people don't. Just got a 12-ounce can of tomato juice. Got some salt and pepper to taste, and then I'm going to show what I like to do with this. Later for storage is these are freezer jars for freezing things like this, and they have a new lid too. And these are made by a very famous company that makes jars for canning, so you'll easily find them. But I like making this. This is my basic go-to for a chili for like chili dogs or nachos or something, or 5-way Chicago or Cincinnati style chili, which is what I'm going to be using it for tomorrow night. So let's get this ready. Okay, let's turn our heat on. Add our ground beef. Going to brown that quickly. Turn that up to medium-high. And then I like to add my onions right at the beginning. That way it really get to saute the onions, and then the ground beef gets a lot of flavor from the onion. Okay, I'll bring you back when we're further along. It's only been a few minutes, and the onions are softened, and the ground beef is browning up a little bit. So this is another thing I like to do at this point, is to add the chili powder and the cumin. That way it gets to like really cook in there well, really blooms the flavors, as they say, before I add any liquid, before I add the tomato juice. Oh man, it's starting to smell like chili already. Some people think that, or a lot of people here in Texas, true chili doesn't have tomato juice or anything, and it's just chilies. Okay, I'll be back when this is further along. The ground beef is nicely brown, smelling really good. So I'm just going to add a few grounds of black pepper. I'm not going to add any salt yet, because I always like to wait until after I put the tomato juice in, because the tomato juice has salt in it and I don't want to over salt it, so we'll wait. That's all you need, 1 can of tomato juice. Okay, I'm going to let this simmer for a little while, and then I'll adjust it for salt or other seasonings after it's simmered for a while. And I'm going to put the top on, lower it down to just the simmer. Be right back when I'm further along. Chili's been simmering for about an hour and a half. And now it's smelling really good. So I'm just going to taste and then add some salt if I think it needs it. Good flavor. Does need some salt though. It's easier to add than to take out. So just do a little bit at a time. And like I said, this is going to be for tomorrow night and for another project that I'm going to be working on this afternoon. So I'm just going to let this cool and then refrigerate it for tomorrow, and then it'll be perfect. If you've ever made chili, it's always better the next day. So if you want to make chili, make it the day before you intend to eat it. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, I'm just going to turn this off and let it cool down. And after we have dinner tomorrow night, I'll put the leftovers in these freezer containers, because these are the perfect size for like chili dogs and nachos or whatever. So you can just, feel like you want to have chili dogs one night, you just pull one of these out of the freezers, heat it up, you're ready to go. Okay, there you go. There's Tom's simple and easy chili. Later, YouTube.